وعلى ظاهركم وعلى باطنكم. بأبي أنت وأمي يا ابن رسول الله، بأبي أنت وأمي يا أبا عبد الله، لقد عظمت الرزية وجلت المصيبة بك علينا وعلى جميع أهل السماوات والأرض، فلعن الله أمة أسرجت وألجمت وتهيأت لقتالك يا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله. قصدت حرمك وأتيت إلى مشهدك، أسأل الله بالشأن الذي لك عنده وبالمحل الذي لك لديه أن يصلي على محمد وآل محمد، وأن يجعلني معكم في الدنيا والآخرة. زيارة سيدي ومولاي علي الأكبر عليه السلام. السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله، السلام عليك يا ابن نبي الله، السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين، السلام عليك يا ابن الحسين الشهيد، السلام عليك أيها الشهيد، السلام عليك أيها المظلوم وابن المظلوم. لعن الله أمة قتلتك، ولعن الله أمة ظلمتك، ولعن الله أمة سمعت بذلك فرضيت به. السلام عليك الشهداء رحمة الله، زيارة الشهداء سلام الله عليكم. السلام عليكم يا أولياء الله وأحباءه، السلام عليكم يا أصفياء الله وأوداءه، السلام عليكم يا أنصار الله، السلام عليكم يا أنصار رسول الله، السلام عليكم يا أنصار أمير المؤمنين، السلام عليكم يا أنصار فاطمة سيدة نساء العالمين، السلام عليكم يا أنصار أبي محمد الحسن بن علي الولي الناصح، السلام عليكم يا أنصار أبي عبد الله، بأبي أنتم وأمي طبتم وطابت الأرض التي فيها دفنتم وفزتم فوزا عظيما، فيا ليتني كنت معكم فأفوز فوزا عظيما. زيارة أبي الفضل العباس صلوات الله وسلامه عليه. السلام عليك يا أبا الفضل العباس ابن أمير المؤمنين، السلام عليك يا ابن سيد الوصيين، السلام عليك يا ابن أول القوم إسلاما وأقدمهم إيمانا وأقومهم بدين الله وأحوطهم على الإسلام. أشهد لقد نصحت لله ولرسوله ولأخيك، فنعم الأخ المواسي، فلعن الله أمة قتلتك، ولعن الله أمة ظلمتك، ولعن الله أمة استحلت منك المحارم وانتهكت حرمة الإسلام، فنعم الصابر المجاهد المحامي الناصر والأخ الدافع عن أخيه المجيب إلى طاعة ربه الراغب فيما زهد فيه غيره من الثواب الجزيل والثناء الجميل، وألحقك الله بدرجة آبائك في جنات النعيم. دعاء. اللهم إني تعرضت لزيارة أوليائك رغبة في ثوابك ورجاء لمغفرتك وجزيل إحسانك، فأسألك أن تصلي على محمد وآله الطاهرين، وأن تجعل رزقي بهم دارا، وعيشي بهم قارا، وزيارتي بهم مقبولة، وحياتي بهم طيبة، وأدرجني إدراج المكرمين، واجعلني ممن ينقلب من زيارة مشاهد أحبائك مفلحا منجحا، قد استوجب غفران الذنوب وستر العيوب وكشف الكروب، إنك أهل التقوى وأهل المغفرة. وصل اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد. وإلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات وأرواح الشهداء والصالحين رحمهم الله من قرأ سورة الفاتحة مسبوقة بالصلاة على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد. الفاتحة.
محمد وآل محمد صلوات اللهم صل على Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Surah Yasin by Brother Muhammad Jawad Nur Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغن عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كما أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا مهزرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملت أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلك منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذرية في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا شريك لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا مهزرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أحد إليكم يا بني آدم أن لا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسكناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مزيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمر نركس في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وزللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند مهزرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم يرى الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحيي الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون صدق الله العلي العظيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد سورة المباركة الفاتحة
Ashraf Bhai, Ashraf Bhai Haidari. Pak Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad salawat. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم إني أسألك برحمتك التي وسعت كل شيء وبقوتك التي قهرت بها كل شيء وخضع لها كل شيء وذل لها كل شيء وبجبروتك التي غلبت بها كل شيء وبعزتك التي لا يقوم لها شيء وبعظمتك التي ملأت كل شيء وبسلطانك الذي على كل شيء وبوجهك الباقي بعد فناء كل شيء وبأسمائك التي ملأت أركان كل شيء وبعلمك الذي أحاط بكل شيء وبنور وجهك الذي أضاء له كل شيء يا نور يا قدوس يا أول الأولين ويا آخر الآخرين اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تهتك العصام اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تنزل النقم اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تغير النعم اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تحبس الدعاء اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تنزل البلاء اللهم اغفر لي كل ذنب أذنبته وكل خطيئة أخطأتها اللهم إني أتقرب إليك بذكرك وأستشفع بك إلى نفسك وأسألك بجودك أن تدنيني من قربك وأن توزعني شكرك وأن تلهمني ذكرك اللهم إني أسألك سؤال خاضع متذلل خاشع أن تسامحني وترحمني وتجعلني بقسمك راضيا قانعا وفي جميع الأحوال متواضعا اللهم وأسألك سؤال من اشتدت فاقته وأنزل بك عند الشدائد حاجته وعظم فيما عندك رغبته اللهم عظم سلطانك وعلى مكانك وخفي مكرك وظهر أمرك وغلب قهرك وجرت قدرتك ولا يمكن الفرار من حكومتك اللهم لا أجد لذنوبي غافرة ولا لقبائعه ساترة ولا لشيء من عملي القبيح بالحسن مبدلا غيرك لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك وبحمدك ظلمت نفسي وتجرأت بجهلي وسكنت إلى قديم ذكرك لي ومنك عليه اللهم مولاي كم من قبيح سترته وكم من فادح من البلاء أقلته وكم من عثار وقيته وكم من مكروه دفعته وكم من ثناء جميل لست أهلا له نشرته اللهم عظم بلائي وأفرط بي سوء حالي وقصرت بي أعمالي وقعدت بي أغلالي وحبسني عن نحفي بعد أملي وخدعتني الدنيا بغرورها ونفسي بجنايتها ومطالي يا سيدي فأسألك بعزتك أن لا يحجب عنك دعائي سوء عملي وفعالي ولا تفزعني بخفي ما اطلعت عليه من سري ولا تعاجلني بالعقوبة على ما عملته في خلواتي من سوء فعلي وإساءتي ودوام تفريطي وجهالتي لكثرة شهواتي وغفلتي. وكن اللهم بعزتك لي في كل الأحوال رؤوفا وعلي في جميع الأمور عطوفا. إلهي وربي من لي غيرك أسأله كشف ضري والنظر في أمري. إلهي ومولاي أجريت علي حكما اتبعت فيه هوى نفسي ولم أحترس فيه من تزيين عدوي وغرني بما هو وأسعده على ذلك القضاء. فتجاوزت بما جرى علي من ذلك بعد حدودك وخالفت بعد أوامرك. ولك الحمد علي في جميع ذلك ولا حجة لي فيما جرى علي فيه قضاؤك والزمني حكمك وبلاؤك. وقد أتيتك يا إلهي بعد تقصيري وإسرافي على نفسي معتذرا نادما منكسرا مستقيلا مستغفرا منيبا مقرا مذعنا معترفا. لا أجد مفرا مما كان مني ولا مفزعا أتوجه إليه في أمري غير قبولك عذري وإدخالك إياي في سعة رحمتك. اللهم فاقبل عذري وارحم شدة ضري وفكني من شد وثاقي. يا رب ارحم ضعف بدني ورقة جلدي ودقة عظمي. يا من بدا خلقي وذكري وتربيتي وبري وتغذيتي هبني لابتداء كرمك وسالف برك بي. يا إلهي وسيدي وربي أتراك معذبي بنارك بعد توحيدك وبعد من طوى عليه قلبي من معرفتك ولهج به لساني من ذكرك واعتقده ضميري من حبك وبعد صدق اعترافي ودعائي خاضعا لربوبيتك. هيهات أنت أكرم من أن تضيع من ربيته أو تبعد من أدنيته أو تشرد من آويته أو تسلم إلى البلاء من كفيته ورحمته. وليت شعري يا سيدي وإلهي ومولاي أتسلط النار على وجوه خرت لعظمتك ساجدة وعلى ألسن نطقت بتوحيدك صادقة وبشكرك مادحة وعلى قلوب اعترفت بإلهيتك محققة وعلى ضمائر حوت من العلم بك حتى صارت خاشعة وعلى جوارح سعت إلى أوطان تعبدك طائعة وأشارت باستغفارك مذعنة. ما هكذا الظن بك ولا أخبرنا بفضلك عنك يا كريم. يا ربي وأنت تعلم ضعفي عن قليل من بلاء الدنيا وعقوباتها وما يجري فيها من المكاره على أهلها على أن ذلك بلاء ومكروه قليل مكثه يسير بقاؤه قصير مدته. فكيف احتمالي لبلاء الآخرة وجليل وقوع المكاره فيها وهو بلاء تطول مدته ويدوم مقامه ولا يخفف عن أهله لأنه لا يكون إلا عن غضبك وانتقامك وسخطك وهذا ما لا تقوم له السماوات والأرض. يا سيدي فكيف لي وأنا عبدك الضعيف الذليل الحقير المسكين المستكين. يا إلهي وربي وسيدي ومولاي لأي الأمور إليك أشكو ولما من هذه الجوابك لأليم العذاب وشدته أم لطول البلاء ومدته. ولئن صيرتني للعقوبات مع أعدائك وجمعت بيني وبين أهل بلائك وفرقت بيني وبين أحبائك وأوليائك فهبني يا إلهي وسيدي ومولاي وربي. صبرت على عذابك فكيف أصبر على فراقك. وهبني صبرت على حر نارك فكيف أصبر عن النظر إلى كرامتك. أم كيف أسكن في النار ورجائي عفوك. وبعزتك يا سيدي ومولاي أقسم صادقا لئن تركتني ناطقة لأضجن إليك بين أهلها زجيج العاملين ولأصرخن إليك صراخ المستصرخين ولأبكين عليك بكاء الفاقدين ولأنادينك أين كنت يا ولي المؤمنين. يا غاية آمال العارفين يا غياث المستغيثين يا حبيب قلوب الصادقين ويا إله العالمين. أفتراك سبحانك يا إلهي وبحمدك تسمع فيها صوت عبد مسلم سجن فيها بمخالفته وذاق طعم عذابها بمعصيته وحبس بين أطباقها بجرمه وجريرته وهو يزج إليك زجيج مؤمل رحمتك ويناديك بلسان أهل توحيدك ويتوسل إليك بربوبيتك. يا مولاي فكيف يبقى في العذاب وهو يرجو ما سلف من حلمك. أم كيف تؤلمه النار وهو يأمل فضلك ورحمتك. أم كيف يغرق لهيبها وأنت تسمع الصوت وترى مكانه. أم كيف يشتمل عليه زفيرها وأنت تعلم ضعفه. أم كيف يتقلقل بين أطباقها وأنت تعلم صدقه. أم كيف تزجره زبانيتها وهو يناديك يا ربه. أم كيف يرجو فضلك في إتقه منها فتتركه فيها. هيهات ما ذلك الظن بك ولا المعروف من فضلك ولا مشبع لما عملت به الموحدين من برك وإحسانك. وباليقين أقطع لولا ما حكمت به من تعذيب جاحديك وقضيت به من إخلاد معانديك لجعلت النار كلها بردا وسلاما وما كان لأحد فيها مقرا ولا مقاما. لكنك تقدست أسماؤك أقسمت أن تملأها من الكافرين من الجنة والناس أجمعين وأن تخلد فيها المعاندين وأنت جل ثناؤك قلت مبتدئا وتطولت بالإنعام متكرما. أفمن كان مؤمنا كمن كان فاسقا لا يستوون. إلهي وسيدي فأسألك بالقدرة التي قدرتها وبالقضية التي حتمتها وحكمتها وغلبت من عليه أجريتها أن تهب لي في هذه الليلة وفي هذه الساعة كل جرم أجرمته وكل ذنب أذنبته وكل قبيح أسررته وكل جهل عملته كتمته وأعلنته أخفيته وأظهرته وكل سيئة أمرت بإثباتها الكرام الكاتبين الذين وكلتهم بحفظ ما يكون مني وجعلتهم شهودا علي مع جوارحي وكنت أنت الرقيب علي من ورائهم والشاهد لما خفي عنهم وبرحمتك أخفيته وبفضلك سترته وأن توفر حظي من كل خير أنزلته وإحسان فضلته وبر نشرته ورزق بسطته وذنب تغفره وخطأ تستره. يا ربي يا ربي يا رب يا إلهي وسيدي ومولاي ومالك رقي يا من بيده ناصيتي يا عليما بضري ومسكنتي يا خبيرا بفقري وفاقتي. يا ربي يا ربي يا رب أسألك بحقك وقدسك وعظم صفاتك وأسمائك أن تجعل أوقاتي من الليل والنهار بذكرك معمورة وبخدمتك موصولة وأعمالي عندك مقبولة حتى تكون أعمالي وأورادي كلها فردا واحدة وحالي في خدمتك سرمدا. يا سيدي يا من عليه معولي يا من إليه شكوت أحوالي يا ربي يا ربي يا رب خف على خدمتك جوارحي واشدد على العزيمة جوانحي وهب لي الجد في خشيتك والدوام في الاتصال بخدمتك حتى أسرع إليك في ميادين السابقين وأسرع إليك في البارزين واشتاق إلى قربك في المشتاقين وأدنو منك دنو المخلصين وأخافك مخافة الموقنين وأجتمع في جوارك مع المؤمنين اللهم ومن أرادني بسوء فارد ومن كادني فكد واجعلني من أحسن عبيدك نصيبا عندك وأقربهم منزلة منك وخصهم زلفة لديك فإنه لا ينال ذلك إلا بفضلك وجد لي بجودك وعتف علي بمجدك واحفظني برحمتك واجعل لساني بذكرك لهجاه وقلبي بحبك متيما ومن علي بحسن إجابتك وقلني عثرتي واغفر زلتي فإنك قضيت على عبادك بعبادتك وأمرتهم بدعائك وضمنت لهم الإجابة فإليك يا ربي نسبت وجهي وإليك يا ربي مددت يدي فبعزتك استجب لي دعائي وبلغني منايا ولا تقطع من فضلك رجائي واكفني شر الجن والإنس من أعدائي يا سريع الرضا اغفر لمن لا يملك إلا الدعاء فإنك فعال لما تشاء يا من اسمه دواء وذكره شفاء وطاعته غنى ارحم من رأس ماله الرجاء وسلاحه البكاء يا سابغ النعم يا دافع النقم يا نور المستوحشين في الظلام يا عالما لا يعلم صل على محمد وآل محمد وافعل بما أنت أهله وصلى الله على رسوله والأئمة الميامين من آله وسلم تسليما كثيرا اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد فاتحة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
محمد وآل محمد صلوات. Can I request Brother Shafiq Ibrahim, Brother Hussein Alidina, and Brother Muhammad Ladda to please come to the front, please. Thank you. Please welcome them with a loud salawat.
Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. Tonight we're going to have a short presentation for about 20 minutes on the upcoming elections scheduled to take place on October the 21st. What I need to do here is, you probably saw some of the candidates that have come. They will be joining us. We are also live feeding this to our 3 other centers at Crescent Village, the Razavi Center in Hamilton, and the Masumin Islamic Center in Brampton. I'd also like to welcome candidates who have come to the other centers. Jasper Kujovsky, Liberal, Yusuf Malik and Nick Milanovic, NDP. At the Masumin Center, we have Sonia Sidhu, Liberal, Melissa Edwards, Navjit Kaur, Jordan Boswell, NDP, Pauline Thornham, Norbert Da Costa, and Jane Davidson, Green Party, and our own Sarah Walji, NDP. And here at the Jaffari Community Center, sitting here in front of us is Majid Johari, Liberal, and Gary Gladstone. Kostas Menagakis is here, right at the back there. Thank you, Kostas. Leona Alaslev and Peter DeVita. Where is Peter? Right at the back there. So what I forgot to mention was which parties they're representing. So let's start all over again. Majid Johari and Gary Gladstone, Liberal. Kostas Menagakis, Leona Alaslev, Conservative Party, and Peter DeVita, NDP. Lee Taylor-Roy, Liberal, extends her apologies. Unfortunately, she got involved in an accident and therefore is not able to come here. So, good luck to all the candidates, and may the best candidate party win on October the 21st. So format, shortly we'll get Hussein Alidina and Muhammad Lada, from board members from the Canadian Muslim Vote, to do a presentation on the elections, why we need to vote, why is it important, etc. And at the end, for about 5 minutes, we'll open it up for some questions and answers. And I'd like to keep the questions to the elections only. Don't ask which party should we vote for. That's another conversation that you can have separately outside and somewhere else. But here we're just going to stick to the questions about the elections, the process, and how do you vote, etc. So without further ado, I'll pass it over to Muhammad and Hussein.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you. So my name is Muhammad Lada, and this is Hussein Alidina, and we're thanking you for the opportunity to spend a few minutes to share with you some information about the Canadian Muslim Vote. It's Get Out the Vote campaign for this federal election year, 2019, and share some information about why it's important for our community to continue to be democratically and politically engaged, and how that is of benefit to us as a community in Canada. We're also going to take a little bit of time to share some information about what the pertinent issues are in this election as you are thinking about where and when and how and for whom to cast your ballot. We don't make recommendations about who you should cast your ballot for, but we do seek to give you enough information that you can make that decision for yourselves. And so if we can cue up the slides, I would appreciate that. And let me tell you a little bit about who the Canadian Muslim Vote is. So first of all, we are a nonprofit, nonpartisan, charitable grassroots organization. This is an organization that is not religious in its mandate, but it certainly serves communities who identify themselves as Muslim. And though we are not a religious community, though we are not a religious organization, I can say that I do personally feel a sense of fulfillment of duty each time I hear Maulana Rizvi or indeed Sheikh Jafar speak about the importance of civic engagement, and that we have a need and are fulfilling a responsibility. and that our participation in elections is one way of fulfilling that responsibility. As an organization, TCMV seeks to break down barriers and to empower the Muslim community through a variety of different programs. Those programs include student trips to Queen's Park and Parliament Hill, a youth internship program, an annual Eid dinner that has been attended by all parties and at one point or another by all party leaders, including our Prime Minister. And we also have a fairly comprehensive Get Out the Vote education program that has inspired programs in other minority communities. Today we see TCMV collaborating with many of these community organizations, including the World Sikh Organization, Tamils in Public Service, or a group founded very recently called the Catholic Conscience, which today on its Facebook page accredited TCMV for its inspiration and founding. If we can move ahead a slide, please. The vision of the organization is to increase voter turnout in the Canadian Muslim community and to show the presence of this community across party lines and to continue to expand that participation across the country. You know, let's look at the numbers of where participation was in 2011 and 2015 and where we're hoping it is going to be in 2019 as well. In 2011, Canadian Muslim voter turnout in the federal election was at or about 40%, whereas the national average was at over 60%. Now let's pause for a minute. Does anybody remember the election campaign or the issues, some of the issues that were at play in 2015? You might recall names like Zunaira Ishaq and a question of whether a Muslim woman who was choosing to wear the niqab could do so while taking her oath of citizenship. You might also remember the launch of something called a Cultural Barbaric Practices Hotline. Now, it's not to say that all of those issues were meant to be targeted, but there was a lack of understanding about what issues were sensitive to the Muslim communities and which may not carry those same sensitivities. That was 2015, before Muslims came out and said, we actually care about the policies that the governments formed in this country will take on, and we actually have something to say about how our country is governed. In 2015, that voter turnout changed. Over 79% nationally, Canadian Muslims cast a ballot. What were some of the changes that we might attribute to this increased participation? Well, first and foremost, there is meaningful interaction of Muslim communities across party lines in this country, and there are active conversations that every community is having with every MP, candidate, and leader from across party lines. And you see that in the centers today and the people that are here to speak with us and to meet with us and to talk to us about the issues. But we also saw some other things. We saw a conversation about M103, a motion condemning Islamophobia. We saw a move to match and support funding to relief of Rohingya communities worldwide. Now, this is not to say that all of the issues that might arise have been resolved. There are so many conversations that are ongoing. But the point is that there is a meaningful engagement of Muslim communities across party lines today. And so we welcome these candidates from across party lines, and we look forward to those conversations and having those conversations to understand what the needs and contributions of the Muslim community to Canada can be. The reality is that party strategists have seen that the Canadian Muslim community is a community that is not just here to stay. It is a community with much to offer and a voice to be valued. You have a seat at the table. But what does it mean to have that seat at the table? How did you get it? What does it mean to have it, and how can you exercise your vote? Perhaps the next video can give us a little bit of a view to how government in Canada actually works. So if we could cue that next video, I'd appreciate it.
Government is the people and institutions that lead a country, province, territory, or community. Governments manage the land, resources, and the people living within its borders. Around the world, various types of government make decisions and rules for people in different ways. In Canada, we have what is called a parliamentary democracy. A democracy is where a majority of people are included in the political decision-making process. We have the ability to run for office, as well as have protected rights such as freedom of speech and religion. In this system of governing, we elect representatives to our parliament and legislatures in a first-past-the-post system. Now, before we get into the first-past-the-post system, here's a mini crash course on Canadian democracy. There are 3 levels of government in Canada. These are 1. Municipal, who manage individual cities or towns under the leadership of a mayor. 2. Provincial or territorial, who manage individual provinces or territories under the lead of a premier. And 3. Federal, who manage the entire nation under the lead of a prime minister in our capital city of Ottawa. Many people feel distant from the federal government because they seem to be so far away. However, they're not. Because the parliament in Ottawa is actually made up of individual MPs or members of parliament from all across the nation who come together as elected officials to govern our country and its laws. Now, back to the first-past-the-post system. Believe it or not, the name actually comes from a horse racing competition, where the first rider to pass the post wins the race. In comparison to the electoral race, the political party with the most number of elected representatives or members of parliament forms a government, and the leader of that party becomes the prime minister. When you vote on October 21st, your ballot will show a list of names of individuals who are running to represent your riding in the House of Commons. A riding is a geographical electoral jurisdiction. There are 338 in Canada, which means that there are also 338 members of Parliament, ensuring that every single Canadian is represented and has a voice in the House of Commons. Each name on your ballot is also representing a political party. Hence, the party with the most elected officials forms government. For example, in 2015, the Conservative Party elected 99 members to Parliament, the Liberal Party elected 184, the NDP elected 44, Bloc Québécois elected 10, and the Green Party elected 1. That's why the Liberal Party were able to form a majority government, and the party leader, Justin Trudeau, became Prime Minister. The Conservative Party finished in second with 99 elected members, and they formed what is called the official opposition. Let's take a look at the term minority government. In the 2008 election. In this election, there were a total of 308 ridings. The Conservative Party elected 143 members to Parliament. The Liberal Party elected 77. The NDP elected 37. Bloc Québécois elected 49. And there were 2 independent candidates who won their seats. Because the Conservative Party did not win over 50% of the available seats, they formed a minority government, and their party leader, Stephen Harper, became Prime Minister. Do you have any more questions about the electoral process in Canada? Feel free to send us an email so we can address them in our next video.
Assalamu alaikum. So I get to walk through some of the data. In 2014, when the organization was formed, we'll go to the next slide, sorry. In 2014, when the organization was formed, actually here at this mosque, we conducted a survey to try to better understand why it was that our population, the Canadian Muslim population, was voting well below the national average. Mo mentioned in one of his earlier slides that 40%, estimates suggest that 40% or less of the Canadian Muslim community voted relative to a national average, which is generally above 60%. The number one reason that Muslims did not vote in the survey that we conducted, they felt that their vote didn't matter. That's an issue that I think is not necessarily expressed by the Muslim community alone. When you talk to people, that's not that close, not that close. I haven't done this before. All right, let's try that again. So the number one reason why people claimed that they didn't participate in the election was because their vote didn't matter. I'm a data guy, I'm an economist by profession. So we started looking at the data, and this is some of the data that is current. So what we've done here, this is for York region, a handful of ridings, and you can't really see it. We'll send out this slide deck via the distribution, hopefully. But if you look, for instance, at my riding of Richmond Hill, there is, and I can't see it, so I'm going to stand up. There's 10,611 eligible Canadian Muslim voters in that riding. That's data that's been provided by Statistics Canada earlier this year, so it's current as of the end of 2018. The second bar, which you can barely see there, which is 147, that is what the current polls are suggesting is the difference between the person in the lead and the runner-up. So this should tell you that in the riding of Richmond Hill, the Muslim vote really matters. I've got a couple of slides here. You can see that it's also true in the case of many of the ridings around Mississauga. So if you go to the following slide, you'll see the same picture, same story, where the number of Muslims in the riding exceed in many cases the polling difference between the candidate that is polling first and second. So this should assure you that your vote matters, particularly if you're in those ridings. And ultimately, we have the opportunity, obviously, to influence the outcome of the election in a very meaningful way. The following slide is for Brampton. Similar story. Again, we'll send it out. But the story here, of course, is that your vote matters. Now, Mo mentioned that we don't, as an organization, attempt to tell you who to vote for. That would be counter to our founding principle. But we do, if you go to the following slide, we conducted another survey earlier this year where we tried to better understand the issues that were important to the Canadian Muslim community. We don't want to, again, presume that we know what is important to you, so we come out and we poll, and for those who participated in the survey, I believe we had over 3,000 respondents to the survey. Just under 3,000. And so we take the information that you've told us, the issues that are important to you, and if you go to the following slide, and again, you won't be able to see this on the slide deck here, but if you visit our website, you'll be able to see where the parties stand, the respective parties stand on each of the issues. So you're able to make an informed decision on or before October 21st on who to vote for. Lastly, and I know we're inside of the 20 minutes, this weekend is advanced polls, what we coin Muslim Vote Weekend. It's definitely advantageous. The candidates here will tell you that it's advantageous to go out and vote at the advanced polls because the lines are much shorter. You can get it done very quickly. The polls are open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you're wondering where the polling station is, where you can vote, you can visit our website or you can visit Elections Canada. Type in your postcode, it'll tell you exactly where to go and vote. In the last election, my family, including my 87-year-old grandmother, voted at the advanced polls. It's super easy, it's super convenient, and there's really no reason why we can't all do that. And I would encourage you not only to go yourself this weekend around Arbaeen, but also to take your grandmother, your grandfather, take everyone that you can with you, because ultimately at the end of the day, we have to have our voice heard, and the way that we do that is by going out there and exercising our democratic right and responsibility. I think that's it. And it looks like there's some people here who might want to volunteer as well. We've got call banks set up this weekend. And we also, Mo mentioned that in 2015, the Main Street research poll that we had conducted showed that 79% of the community voted, which was well above the national average. In 8 ridings in 2015, we actually knocked on doors of Muslim households to try to pull out the vote. And in those ridings, 86% of the community voted. So there's tremendous opportunity for you to volunteer either with our organization, or if you identify as conservative, as liberal, as NDP, as Green, go volunteer sometime this weekend with your candidate and help them knock on doors to pull the vote.
Okay, thank you, Hussein, and thank you, Mohammed. We've got about 7 minutes. What I do want to do is, before we open it up for questions, I want you to go back to the slide that was headed, what issues are most important to you, because I think that's an important slide as it concerns the Muslim community. And maybe you just want to very quickly talk to that at a high level on the issues that are most important to the least important. Because that slide was a pretty busy slide and people may not have seen that.
Okay. So let me take a stab at this. When we sent out this survey, there were not only choices on the survey that people could pick from, but there were some free-form text fields, so people were able to enter anything that they cared about. You can see that, and it was multiple choice, so you could select more than one thing, but fully 80% of the respondents said that Islamophobia was the most important issue to them. This was a very important issue to them. That was followed by Israel-Palestine conflict, which we would group under a foreign policy concern, climate change, Yemen conflict, refugee intake in Canada, relations with Saudi Arabia, immigration levels, government corruption, and I think that handles everything above the, approximately the 1/3 mark. Unemployment rates. So if I take those categories and I say, how do I map them across what is actually of concern in the party platforms? Right across the top of the party platform comparisons that are on the following slide, on the next slide, if we could switch to that, please. The first row is about environment and climate change and foreign policy, which covers off the question about, for example, Israel-Palestine, the Yemen conflict, relations with Saudi Arabia, and environment and climate change directly take on, the party's perspectives on climate change and how they seek to implement policy dealing with climate change. So I guess the point being then that the issues are listed on, based on the survey responses. These are the things that people said from the Muslim community were most important to them. And so that's how we then pull together some of the information on the party platform comparisons for you to be able to evaluate against. But your concerns need not be limited to the list that's on the survey. The party platform comparisons themselves are quite comprehensive, and there are additional sources that are available on the website should you have other concerns. You've also got, in all centers, I believe, a number of candidates from the different parties here, and I think they're actually here to talk to us and available to us after the program. So this is your opportunity to go out and ask them whatever questions you have about their party and about its platform.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mo. Again, just a reminder, the candidates are here and at the other centers, so please feel free after the program to engage in good, solid conversation, because your vote matters, and it matters to them, and it matters to us as Muslims. So, we'll open it up for questions. I'll kick it off with one question that I have received here. It says, what happens, and again, let me remind you, the questions are for the elections, the process, anything that needs to be clarified around that, and not which party platform is good for us to vote for, or which party is bad, and is this party for Muslim values? We're not answering those. We're not taking those kind of questions. It's purely about the elections. The candidates are here, as I say. You can have those conversations with them afterwards.
What I would say, though, is that bit that you said there, is this party for Muslim values? I would argue that if Muslims continue to vote in numbers, in droves, all the parties will be concerned about Muslim values. If we do not vote, we cannot be disappointed when the party does not care about Muslim values.
Fair point. Okay. So first question I have is, what happens if the votes are a tie? Which party wins? So is it for Elections Canada to answer that?
Costas, can you answer that? Or Majid? I'm not sure. So I'll repeat. The question is, what happens if there's a tie? It's a very rare event. If it were to happen, the existing government, so the Liberal government of today, would have to work to form government. I don't think, has that happened it's never happened in Canada's history.
Okay. All right, so we'll go to, let's say, Razavi Center. If there is a question from Razavi Center, either post it online and let us know. I'll get a message. We'll go to MIC. If you have a question, please post it online. I'll get the message here, and I'll offer it up to Crescent Village as well, because everybody's on this live feed. Any questions, whilst we're waiting for questions from the other centers, are there any questions here that somebody wants to ask about the elections, the process, how do you vote? Can you vote before advanced polling?
You can vote actually up until the end of the day today, right? Tomorrow, because tomorrow is advanced polling. All right, so advanced polls, Muslim Vote Weekend starts tomorrow. So you can vote at your polling station, which you can look up online. After Sunday, the advanced polls are closed. Sorry, after Monday, the advanced polls are closed. Sorry, we have the long weekends. We've got 4 days to vote this weekend. After the polls close, the advanced vote polls close this weekend, you can go to your Election Canada office. Again, you can find this very easily on Election Canada website, and you can vote there up until the election day, which is October 21st. I encourage you to vote before October 21st because the lines are slightly longer on the 21st. There's a question here.
So, So just one item to add to that question. I see that there are some students in the audience. I imagine there are at the other centers as well. Campus voting, on-campus voting has in Ontario has been open this week, and I believe it continues to be open until end of day tomorrow. Also, maybe pertinent to this community, as an expatriate, you are able to vote as well. If you live outside the country, you are able to go to Elections Canada's website, you are able to request a ballot, and you are able to cast your vote from wherever in the world you are. So that opportunity is almost passed. So you have to start the process by October 15th on Elections Canada website if you want to be able to vote from outside of Canada.
I just want to ask, I have guests, they are visitors to Canada, they are Canadians, and they will be here during this election period. Are they eligible to vote? And if they do, what is the process?
So you said they are Canadians.
Yes.
If they are Canadians, if they are Canadian citizens,
Yes.
Then they are eligible to vote. The question about process, it sounds like they're non-resident, meaning that they don't live in Canada anymore.
Not live in Canada.
Okay. So this is a good question, because if you were outside the Canada, I don't know, it seems like we might have an answer.
Gary Gladstone, the Liberal candidate for Thornhill. It's my understanding that they will still have to register with Elections Canada online by October 15th, and then it's a whole process of mail-in ballots, etc., to make sure that it arrives back to Elections Canada by October 21st. So I would suggest your guests as soon as possible should start the process, ideally using your address. They will need to provide proof of their last address of residency within Canada, and that is the riding which they'll be able to vote for. And to your point up there in terms of the vote, the Muslim vote is the most important thing for the Muslim voice to be heard, and everyone, I will only echo your words tremendously, that everyone is encouraged to vote.
Okay. So we have a question. When I have finished voting, does anybody get to know who I voted for?
So the answer to that is no, unless you share that information yourself. You might wonder how we know how many Muslims voted, or how, there's estimates on the turnout in other communities. In the case of the Canadian Muslim vote, we hire a third-party arm's length polling survey that will poll randomly across the country and ask Muslims if they voted, but never is the information from Elections Canada shared publicly.
And I think I've got a message here to say our time is up. I'm very respectful of that, because this could go on and we can continue. So with that, I'd like to thank all the candidates who came to the centers and candidates who have come here. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Hussein, for Canadian Muslim Vote. And also like to thank the Media and Public Engagement Committee, Kairun Abbas, Zara Chamsi, and Sakina Hasnali, for all your hard work and putting out all the emails and advisories and encouraging our community to go out and vote. And remember, advanced polling starts tomorrow? Saturday? Tomorrow. Okay, Friday. So advanced polling tomorrow, and elections October 21st. That's it. Thank you all very much.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Upcoming programs here at JCC. The final Kabastan Majlis this year will be held on Sunday, October the 13th at the Wadi Salam, which is at 10992 Kennedy Road. The program will begin at 11 a.m. On October 13th, the Jaffari Tabligh Committee invites all ladies to join in paying tribute to Bibi Sakina alayhi salam through a heartwarming presentation by students and youth. The program will start at 3 p.m. Our Arba'in program will start on Tuesday, October 15th through to Saturday, October the 19th. The evening lectures will be delivered in English and in Urdu by Maulana Amir Mukhtar Faizi of Chicago on the topic, Human Being in the Quran and Tradition. The ladies' lecture will also be from Tuesday to Saturday, and the majalis will be recited by Zakira Ghadir Zahra on the topic, Lessons from Karbala, the characteristics needed to be companion of Imam Mehdi Ajalallahu Ta'ala Farajam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Tonight, Majlis has been sponsored for the Isal Isab of Marhum Tahir Motiwala, Marhum Alibai Kasam Panju, Marhuma Kulsumbai Kasam Panju, Marhum Hussein Bai Kasam Panju, Marhumin of Kasam family, Marhumin of Maunji family, Marhuma Zainab Bai Akbar Muhammad Hasham, Marhumin of Muhammad Hasham Nanjimiani family, Marhumin of Muhammad Ali Remtullah Wali family, Marhumin of Ali Bai family, Marhumin of Farishta family, Marhumin of Mithani family, Marhuma Gulbanu Bai Wazir 40th Day Majlis, Marhum Qasim Ali Wazir, Marhum Shabir Ali Wazir, Marhuma Zakia Qasim Ali, Marhum Nur Ali Mitani, Marhuma Hamidabai Muhammad Taqi Maulidina Panju, Marhumin of Ladak family, Marhumin of Maulidina family, Marhumin of Rahmatullah family. Please remember all these Marhumin as well as those who are names are listed on the screen with Surah Fatiha, Al-Fatiha. Dua Shifa is requested for all Mu'mineen listed on the screen as well as all those needed of our duas. Also, there is a Mu'min brother who is in a critical condition and is going for surgery tomorrow. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Amma yujibul mustawri iza da'a wa yakshif su. Amma yujibul mustawri iza da'a wa yakshif su. أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء ارحمنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين محمد وآل محمد صلوات. Now we'll have a masha by Brother Shiraz Sharif. Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad salawat.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. पुकारा शैन कई बार ज़ैनब 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 पुकारा शैन कई बार ज़ैनब 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 खुदा है तेरा मददगार ज़ैनब 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 न अब है न कासिमो असगर न अब जहां में है अब्बास और न है अकबर तुम ही हो काफिला सालार ज़ैनब 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 मुसीबतों में तुम्हें दिल पे सब्र करना है कदम कदम पे बहन तुम को सब्र करना है वो चाहे कूफे का बाजार ज़ैनब 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 हमारे बाद तुम्हें अश्किया सताएंगे मेरी सकीना को भी अश्किया रुलाएंगे रिदाए छीनेंगे कुफार ज़ैनब 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 असीर होगा मेरा लाल सैयदे सज्जाद करेंगे अहले सितम इस गरीब पर बेदार सिपारते रहे बीमार ज़ैनब 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 खुदा है तेरा मददगार ज़ैनब 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 सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि नबी
Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad salawat. Can we welcome Brother Adnan Rashid with a loud salawat? Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad salawat.
صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. Before I begin, if we can kindly recite Surah Al-Fatiha for all the marhumin. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا أبا القاسم مصطفى محمد اللهم صل على محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين ولعنة الله على الظالمين الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله أما بعد فقال الله بكتابه الكريم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل لا أسألكم عليه أجرا إلا المودة في القربى صدق الله العلي العظيم وآمنا به نور مجالسكم بذكر محمد وآل محمد I begin in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for blessing us with life and existence. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us the opportunity to state the shahada. But not just a shahada which contains three statements. A shahada which has ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, wa ashhadu anna Aliyan waliyallah. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for allowing us to even utter the words Ya Ali. Before I begin, I'd like to make a small statement. When it comes to the fadila, when it comes to the musibah of Ali Muhammad, Muhammad and Ali Muhammad, this is very important. It is no wonder that Ahlul Bayt has told us to teach your children about our affairs. When you want to learn about how to educate the youth, when you want to learn about how to educate the children, you learn from Ali Muhammad. And they told us to teach our children, to teach our youth about their affairs, about their fadila, about their musibah. And I speak on my behalf. And I'm saying this, and a lot of you have had the similar experiences. But had it not been for our parents, in my case, my parents, Had it not been for my mom, from the moment I was an infant and before I became baligh, taught me about the musibah as well as the fadail of Rasulullah, Amir al-Mu'mineen, Fatima al-Zahra, Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein. Had it not been for that, every time I had deen and dunya clash against each other, I swear by Allah, and I'm making a qasam, that I would have not been successful most of the time had it not been for me remembering Ali Muhammad. And there's a reason why Ali Muhammad tells us to teach our children, teach our youth about their affairs. Because there's lessons to be learned in everything. You instill the love of Ali Muhammad in them, and inshallah they will hold that love until Yawm al-Qiyamah, until they are buried beneath the ground. Because of their love for Ali Muhammad, that hub that they have for Ali Muhammad will help and support them in the akhirah. I would like to dedicate this lecture, this majlis, to two people. Two Sayyidas, Sayyida al-Baneen, salamu alayha, as well as Sayyida Ruqayya. When it comes to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, he has many different merits. He has many different titles. You hear Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. Abu Fadl has a merit on its own. When you hear Qamar Bani Hashim, the moon of Bani Hashim, another merit on its own. You hear Hamil al-Liwa, you hear Alamdar, you hear Ghazi. These are many type of titles which are strong, and it doesn't just take a simple lecture to understand them. You need a series of lectures just to understand just the title that has been given to Abu al-Fadl. This is Abu Fadl. This is Abu Fadl who we cannot even understand. He has a title of Bab al-Hawaij, and inshallah that is the discussion for today. But before I get into that, each one of us have a member of Ahlul Bayt which we get close to. Each one of us have a member of Ali Muhammad, Muhammad and Ali Muhammad, which we get close to. Whenever we need help, we would hear our parents when we were young saying, Ya Mushkil Kusha, O Amir al-Mu'mineen. When we're saying Ya Mushkil Kusha, we're calling out to Amir al-Mu'mineen. What does this Mushkil Kusha mean? It means the one who eases the difficulties, the one who removes the sorrows. This was Amir al-Mu'mineen. When we call out to Amir al-Mu'mineen, we say Ya Mushkil Kusha. We call out to Aba Abdullah. We call out to Imam Hassan, Rasulullah, Sayyida Fatima. But when it comes to Ahlul Bayt, who was their Mushkil Kusha, who was their one who eases their sorrows, and Bani Hashim, who was their Mushkil Kusha. That Mushkil Kusha, the one who removes their difficulties, the one who places ease in their hearts, that was Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. This is Abu Fadl. This is someone that we should not degrade. We should understand every time that we speak about Abu Fadl, what we can think of and what we can comprehend about Abu Fadl. We cannot even get close to what Abu Fadl or who Abu Fadl was. And it is my opinion, amongst the opinions of many ulama, that when Abu Fadl, it wasn't the reason when Abu Fadl was there, we agree that the women were at ease when Abu Fadl was there. When Abu Fadl al-Abbas was there, Sayyida Zainab was at ease. When Abu Fadl al-Abbas was there, Ruqayya was at ease. It wasn't just because Abu Fadl was tall, even though that's a merit on its own. It wasn't because Abu Fadl was mighty, and that's a merit on its own. It wasn't because of his power and his eloquence, that's a merit on its own. But because Abu Fadl al-Abbas was the son of Amir al-Mu'mineen, that when they would see Abu Fadl, they would remember their father, their master Amir al-Mu'mineen. This was Abu Fadl. There's something to do with the faces of Bani Hashim, the faces of the children of Amir al-Mu'mineen, that when you look at their face, they would remind you of someone. They would remind you of people. They have nur emanating from their face. This was Abu Fadl. But this is no surprise that when we look at Amir al-Mu'mineen, it was Rasulullah himself, where he states about Amir al-Mu'mineen that if you wish to see the knowledge of Adam and the taqwa of Nuh, as well as the hilm of Nabi Ibrahim, and the haiba of Nabi Musa, and the ibadah of Nabi Isa, then look at the Ali ibn Abi Talib. This isn't just any hadith. Rasulullah is taking the greatest of the Anbiya, the greatest of the prophets, to show that Amir al-Mu'mineen, if you wish to see the prophets in their entirety, then look at Ali ibn Abi Talib. Ya Ali, salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali. And for those who would like to know where these sources are from, these are from our scholars. Sheikh Saduq narrates this, Sheikh Al-Mufid narrates this. These are top scholars that we have in our Shia Islam. This one in particular, you can find it as well in Al-Amali from Sheikh Al-Mufid, and again, accredited to being Sahih, and this is well known amongst the ulama. Before I continue about the Bab al-Hawa'ij, I would like to bring up two hadiths. The first is from Imam Jaffar Sadiq alayhi salam. Both these two hadiths are sahih. The ulama widely accept them. Inshallah, you can also look at them. Both of them are narrated from Kitab al-Kafi. The first hadith from Imam Jaffar Sadiq, where he says, the one who does dhikr of Allah, so much so that he finds himself busy. He does so much dhikr that he is not able to even do his own a'mal, his own dua, yani asking for himself, asking for his own needs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him more than what he's asked for. This is the first hadith. The second, and inshallah I will connect these two. The second is from Imam al-Baqir. Again, I emphasize that these hadith that I'm picking are sahih from Kitab al-Kafi, and inshallah you may also look them up as well. Kitab al-Kafi, where you hear from Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam, where he states in this hadith, he says that dhikr of Ahlul Bayt is dhikr of Allah. Dhikr of the enemies of Ahlul Bayt is dhikr of shaitan. When we look at this hadith, we understand a few things. But the primarily, we understand that when it comes to remembering Ahlul Bayt, when it comes to discussing Ahlul Bayt, when it comes to our wasila towards Ahlul Bayt, that is dhikr of Allah. It is not something that we should consider as shirk. This is what the A'imma, the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam has told us. Now when we go back to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, those who have gone to Abu Fadl, those who have gone for the ziyarah of Abu Abdullah, they will understand what I'm saying. They will testify to what I'm saying today. And those who have not gone, and those who wish to go, and even those who have already gone, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let us, or give us the opportunity to go for the ziyarah of Abu Abdullah, but not just once in our life, not just twice, to the point that we cannot count it within our fingers. May Allah allow us the opportunity in which we can continuously visit or go to the ziyarah of Abu Abdullah in our life. When it comes to Abu Fadl, prior to going, we already acknowledge his Bab al-Hawa'ij. We already acknowledge that the du'as, what we ask from Abu Fadl will come true. And believe me, it does come true. When it comes to Abu Fadl, prior to going to the shrine of Abu Fadl al-Abbas, you have your family saying, pray for me. You have your parents, if you're going, your parents will say, pray for me. If you're yourself going and your children are home, then your children will say, pray for me. Your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your family, every single person will pray for me. And on top of that, you wish to ask for dua, you wish to ask for yourself. Ya Abu Fadl, help increase my rizq. Ya Abu Fadl, help me with my iman, help me with my aqeedah. Ya Abu Fadl, help me with my health. Pray for, Ya Abu Fadl, so-and-so is not feeling well. Ya Abu Fadl, please help and cure them. Before I continue, when it comes to Bab al-Hawa'ij, Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, these are very small for him. We should never undermine whenever we ask. No matter how big our request is, these are things that are easy. These are things that are nothing. When you ask Bab al-Hawa'ij, if it was ordained by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, believe me, and I'm speaking from experience, every time I've asked Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, I've asked him a dua, I swear by Allah, it has come true. And if that hasn't come true, something else came true that I never even knew would be better for me. When it comes to going to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, you have the intention prior to going to the haram, I'm going to pray for so-and-so, I'm going to pray for my family, I'm going to pray for myself. But the moment you step into the haram of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, the moment you step under the dome, the moment you set your eyes on the haram of Abu al-Fadl, everything that you had in your mind, every dua, every a'mal that you had in your mind, you all of a sudden forget. It all of a sudden disappears. The only thing that you can think, the only thing that you can speak is Assalamu alayka ya Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. This is Abu Fadl. As you remember, the two hadiths I mentioned earlier, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making your body work for you, in which where you do the amal, when you do dhikr of Allah, such that you do it to the point that you're not able to say your own du'as, your own hajat. And at the same time, the best of dhikrs is the dhikr of Ahlul Bayt. Dhikr of Allah is dhikr of Ahlul Bayt. What's better dhikr than it is to go to the shrine of Abu Fadl? What better dhikr is it to say Assalamu alayka ya Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making sure the moment you go to Bab al-Hawaj, the moment you go to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, not just your hajat is going to be accepted, not just what you request, but because you visit the servants of Allah, because you visit the brother of Abu Abdullah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you much more than what you've requested. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. But this is where it comes to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. This is where it comes to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. When you go to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, recognize his rights. There was a khatib who goes to the visitation of Karbala. He goes to Abu Abdullah. But prior to going to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, he goes to the haram. He goes to the shrine of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. From what is apparent from the story, this is quite recent in years. The Khatib says when he goes to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, he asks Abu Fadl, Ya Bab al-Hawa'ij, Ya Bab al-Hawa'ij, give me something in which you can give me. Give me something that nobody else can give me, Ya Bab al-Hawa'ij. Give me something, I have everything in this dunya. I have, alhamdulillah, I have rizq. Alhamdulillah, I'm healthy. Alhamdulillah, I have everything. But Ya Bab al-Hawa'ij, give me something that only you, Bab al-Hawa'ij, can give me. At that man, the Qadim that was there at the haram tapped on this man's shoulder. And he says, do you wish to go to the qabr of Bab al-Hawa'ij? One thing to understand when it comes to Bab al-Hawa'ij, his qabr. When it comes to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, we understand he was grand, he was tall, he was mighty. He was the tallest warrior in Karbala. But do you know who had the smallest qabr in Karbala? This was Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. This man he starts to cry and says, Ya Bab al-Hawa'ij, you respond to me so quickly. He tells the Qadim, Ya Qadim, can I please bring a couple of my other friends with me? Qadim's like, of course, this is Bab al-Hawa'ij, bring them. All four of them, they go down. Along with the Qadim. They go down to the qabr of Bab al-Hawa'ij. They begin to see Bab al-Hawa'ij. They begin to cry. Why? As I mentioned, his qabr was so small. Sayyid Mahdi Bahr al-Ulum, in his time, a man comes up to him and says, Ya Sayyidna, I don't understand one thing. I don't understand one thing. You say Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas was tall, but when I see his qabr, it was small. Ya Sayyidna, why is this such a thing? Why do we speak about how tall Abu al-Fadl is, but his grave is so small? Sayyid Bahr al-Ulum takes his head. He begins to hit it against the wall. He begins to wail. He begins to cry. He says, don't you know that Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas fell with no hands? Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas fell with no hands on the ground. Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas was trampled by the enemies. When Imam al-Sajjad goes to Karbala and he goes and buries Imam al-Hussein as well as the companions of Imam al-Hussein, he gets to the body of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. Do you know how he buries Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas? Normally you carry the body. Normally you would at least drag the body. Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas was cut up into pieces. He would take the chadar and take piece by piece of Abu al-Fadl's body. This was Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. The Qadim then says, we do matam, we lament, we cry for Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. Then the Qadim then tells us, The Qadim then tells us that the Furat is circumambulating around the grave of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. The Furat is circumambulating around the qabr of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. Take water, take it, shafa. Give it to those who are ill. Give it to those who have needs. Give it to them. Inshallah, Allah will cure them. Allah will help them through the name of Bab al-Hawa'ij. They go, they start to fill their bottles. Then a man comes amongst the companions of this khatib. He comes and he takes out a mushk. He asks the khatib, "Oh khatib, can I fill up this mushk with this water?" Ya Allah, Ya Allah. The khatib then says, "Today is Bab al-Hawa'ij has blessed you. Take as much water as you want. Take as much as you need." They fill up their bottles. He fills up his mushk. The khatib then says, "We go back to our hostel. We go back to our Mustafar Khana where we were staying." They go back, and at that moment they were happy. They were feeding everybody. This is the water of Bab al-Hawa'ij. This is the water of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. They were all happy. They're feeding their neighbors. They're feeding those, the lovers of Ahlul Bayt. Then they begin to notice. They said, when you went for the ziyarah, when you went towards Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas's haram, there was 4 of you. How come you come back with 3? Then he says, that man has gone to Sham. That man has gone to Sham. It is as if when he goes to Sham, he takes his mashk, he goes up to Sayyida Ruqayya. He goes up to Sayyida Ruqayya. He says, "O princess of Bani Hashim, Ya Shahzadi, I have brought," on that day of Ashura, Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas wasn't able to bring the water. Today, Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas brings the water. He fills the qabr with the water from the haram of Abu Fadl. Ya Abu Fadl, I do not know where to begin when it comes to the musibah of Ruqayya. I do not know where to end when it comes to the musibah of Ruqayya. But Ya Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, Sayyida Ruqayya was yatim. When Sayyida Ruqayya would see her father treat the yatim, she would see him hug the girls. She would see him pat the girls' heads. But Ya Abu Fadl, Sayyida Ruqayya, when she became yatim, how did the enemies of Allah treat Ruqayya? How did they abuse Ruqayya? Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Ya Abu Fadl, last line and Khatam al-Majlis, last part in Khatam al-Majlis. When Sayyida Ruqayya passed away, when Sayyida Ruqayya had passed away, they had a woman took the body of Sayyida Ruqayya and she was doing the ghusl on her body. She was doing the ghusl on the body of Sayyida Ruqayya. She begins to scream. She goes up to Imam Sajjad and Sayyida Zainab and she asks them, was this girl ill? Did she have a sickness? Was there a virus that she had? The Imam says, why? She says, because when I see her, her cheeks are black, her back is black, she has lines and blood all across her back. Ya Sajjad, what did the enemies of Allah do to Ruqayya? What did the enemies of Allah do to Sayyida? ألا لعنة الله على قوم الظالمين. Raise your hands, brothers and sisters. Tonight is Yawmul Jum'ah. In the name of Bab al-Hawa'ij, Ya Allah, please grant those who are sick the shafa of Bab al-Hawa'ij and cure them in the name of Bab al-Hawa'ij. Ya Allah, for those who haven't had the opportunity, those who do have the opportunity to go for the ziyarah of Baba Abdullah, Ya Allah, may please allow them in the name of Bab al-Hawa'ij to go for the ziyarah of Baba Abdullah. Ya Allah, in the name of Bab al-Hawa'ij, allow us to be amongst the companions of Imam al-Hujjah. Ya Allah, if we are not capable to being amongst the companions due to our death, then Ya Allah, allow somebody from our progeny to be amongst the army, amongst the companionship of the 12th Imam. Ya Allah, please accept the tears that we have for the musibah of Ali Muhammad today. And inshallah, before I finish, I would like to remind you tonight is Yawmul Jum'ah. Any hajat that you have, any dua that you have, in the name of Bab al-Hawa'ij, in the name of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, ask in his honor, and I promise you, one way or another, any dua that you have will be accepted. If that isn't accepted, I promise you something better will be accepted in the name of Bab al-Hawa'ij. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Salli ala Matam al-Hussein.
Ya Hussein.
Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein,
Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein.
याद जब आ जाता है बाबा दिल मेरा फट जाता है बाबा कूफे का और शाम का मंजर कूफे का और शाम का मंजर कूफे का और शाम का मंजर कब्र पे शबीर की करते थे आबिद बुका
करते थे आबिद बुका
हो गए क्या क्या जफा सुनिए शहे करबला
सुनिए शहे करबला
सर पे किसी की न थी चादर
याद जब आ जाता है बाबा दिल मेरा फट जाता है बाबा
कूफे का और शाम का मंजर कूफे का और शाम का मंजर
एक रसन में बंधे छोटे बड़ों के गले
छोटे बड़ों के गले
बरसरे दरबार साहब इस तरह लाए गए
इस तरह लाए गए कोठों से बरसाते थे चादर
याद जब आ जाता है बाबा दिल मेरा फट जाता है बाबा कूफे का और शाम का मंजर कूफे का और शाम का मंजर
तोक से हरगिज़ न था बाबा मेरा सर झुका
बाबा मेरा सर झुका
हथकड़ी और बेड़ी का क्या मुझे गम ना था
क्या मुझे गम ना था
देखा नहीं जाता था मंजर
याद जब आ जाता है बाबा दिल मेरा फट जाता है बाबा
कूफे का और शाम का मंजर कूफे का और शाम का मंजर
बाली सकीना का गम दिल ये नहीं भूलता
दिल ये नहीं भूलता
सबके थे शाने बंदे उसका बंधा था गला
उसका बंधा था गला दर्द से वो रोती थी मुझतर याद जब आ जाता है बाबा
दिल मेरा फट जाता है बाबा
कूफे का और शाम का मंजर कूफे का और शाम का मंजर जब किया सज्जाद से आके किसी ने सवाल गुजरा कहाँ पर इमाम आपको ज्यादा मलाल कहते थे अशाम मुकर्रर
याद जब आ जाता है बाबा दिल मेरा फट जाता है बाबा
कूफे का और शाम का मंजर कूफे का और शाम का मंजर
मक्तलो तारीख भी कर न सके हक अदा लिखे अनी से हजीन गिरियाए आबिद को क्या
कहते थे आबिद मुज़तर
याद जब आ जाता है बाबा दिल मेरा फट जाता है बाबा
कूफे का और शाम का मंजर कूफे का और शाम का मंजर या हुसैन या हुसैन या हुसैन या हुसैन या हुसैन या हुसैन
अस्सलामु अलैका या अबा अब्दुल्लाह अस्सलामु अलैका या रसूल अल्लाह अस्सलामु अलैका या अमीरुल मुमिनीन अली इब्न अबी तालिब अस्सलामु अलैका या फातिमतुज़ ज़हरा सय्यदतुन निसाइल आलमीन अस्सलामु अलैका या खदीजतुल कुबरा अस्सलामु अलैका या हसनुल मुज्तबा अस्सलामु अलैका या उख्तका ज़ैनब व उम्म कुलथूम व बिन्तका सकीना व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहु अस्सलामु अलैका या अइम्मतुल मुस्लिमीन अस्सलामु अलैका या अली इब्न हुसैन व अस्सलामु अलैका अली इब्न हुसैन ज़ैनुल आबिदीन व मुहम्मद इब्न अली व जाफ़र इब्न मुहम्मद मूसा इब्न जाफ़र व अली इब्न मूसा व मुहम्मद इब्न अली व अली इब्न मुहम्मद वल हसन इब्न अली वल हुज्जतुल क़ाइम अली मुहम्मद अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहु السلام عليك يا مولانا يا صاحب العصر والزمان. السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن. السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن. السلام عليك يا كعبة الإيمان. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. صلوات على محمد.
Brothers, please request it to sit down so volunteers can serve you tabarruk. Brothers, may I request everyone to please be seated so volunteers can serve you tabarruk.